The Toyota GAZOO Racing Australia Scholarship Series was introduced in 2023 to be a stepping stone into professional motor racing. Drivers as young as 15 years old battle across 6 grassroots events at the wheel of their Toyota 86 race cars. The biggest prize on offer, a fully funded drive racing for the factory Toyota Australia team at Mount Panorama Bathurst in the Top Flight 86 series. And the road to Bathurst starts here at Sydney Motorsport Park, where today we'll put 4 young drivers from the Scholarship Series through a series of tests with an expert panel of judges ready to pick that one winner. So, who are the contenders? First up, Charlie Parker, grandson of a Tasmanian racing identity. Racing is in this young driver's blood. Summer Rintoul, the Queensland high school student that has aspirations of racing NASCAR in America. Shane Nowicki, at 23, he's the eldest of the 4 and has already competed in the Bathurst 6 Hour. And finally, Kiwi teenager Ben Stewart. His dream, to follow in the footsteps of his idol, Scott McLaughlin, and climb the ranks to be a supercars champion. Drivers will be evaluated across 5 vital fields: sporting and technical knowledge, media interview techniques, fitness and conditioning, car control, and on-track performance, including driver to engineer feedback. Picking a winner is going to be no easy task, so we've picked 4 of the best from the motorsport industry. We've got Supercars race winner and Toyota 86 Series driving standards advisor, Stephen Johnson. Champion rally driver and Toyota brand ambassador, Harry Bates. From Supercars, Walkinshaw Andretti United team principal, Bruce Stewart. And finally, race car driver, stunt driver, and driver training instructor, Warren Luff. All right, let's get into it. Drivers, welcome, Sydney Motorsport Park, and here we are today because we're going to send one of you, Toyota Australia is going to send one of you to Bathurst. So very exciting moment, big series of tests, and before we get into those tests today, we've got a little bit of a special presentation. We've invited one of our special judges for the day, is a Supercars team owner from Walkinshaw Andretti United. So Bruce Stewart's going to talk us through what it is that a team boss is looking for.
Thanks, Chad. Hey, first and foremost, you guys are going to have a great day. So have fun. Enjoy it. This is one of those special moments, so make sure you have fun and listen and learn from the day, because your motorsport career doesn't start or stop from here, so enjoy it. You are part of an amazing category. You are part of the pipeline to get yourselves into main game supercars drives. So whatever you're doing right now to become part of this, keep doing it. Enjoy the day. Remember who you are and have a great time. Wish I was with you. Good on you.
All right, drivers, time for test number 1, and it is a test, a written test, 10 questions. Our guest judge for this one is Steve Johnson. Now, Steve, we're not going to tell them or ask them who won the 1985 Bathurst 1000 or anything. This test goes a little bit deeper.
It does, Chad, yeah. This is something for me, outside of the whole driving aspect, understanding the sporting and technical regs is really, really important. So to get their knowledge and understanding of what they have to do outside of the car and also decisions that they make inside the car, this is really, really important.
Perfect. All right, you've got 10 questions and 10 minutes to do it, and your time starts now. Three, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Good job. How do you think we went? Yeah, bit so-so. Hand over your test to the judges. Head upstairs, we'll come grab you soon.
So I've got Charlie, and so going through, I think he's pretty much on nail most of them. Probably one where he was a little bit sort of off was what does the black flag with orange disc mean? So he's got it down as debris on track. So.
But it's to do with your own car. I've got Shane, and I've got to say I'm pretty impressed. He basically has scored a legitimate 9 out of 10 on the answers. A couple of things he gives really good descriptions. So one example is if you see the ABS warning light illuminated on your dashboard, what action should you take and why? So he said be cautious under brakes as they will lock and your braking is going to be compromised, which is exactly what happens with these cars when you lose ABS. So it's a pretty good understanding of what to do in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Summers here, and probably for me 50-50 with what she's talked about. Some of it's actually quite impressive with regard to you know, even little things like the oil level of the engine. you know, and what effect does that have? That's impressive. There's a couple of little things for me. Blocking rules, correct, but probably only described 50% of it. Didn't actually describe how you can't move off the line once you do block. But yeah, and then a couple of other little things with regard to the rear ride height. What does lifting that do to your car? She said it stiffens the car, where in actual fact, obviously it, we obviously want to give it more rate, which will help the car turn a bit better. So it probably needs a bit broader understanding of what a change does to affect the handling of her car.
I think Ben's done really well. He's got every answer pretty much spot on. He's probably a little bit out at the last two, just in the minimum tread depth and wheel camber, but apart from that, he's answered everything. But I think the same, like really solid response.
All right, test number 2, media technique. We're going to do some interviews here. Bruce, why is this important?
Super important, Chad. Like, obviously being a supercar driver or any kind of professional motorsport driver, you're always in the media and you're constantly being given questions. How you can think on your feet, how you can reflect your partners, your sponsors, and always take the team view is super important. So the job doesn't stop when you get out of the car. Often it heats up. So being able to be nimble at the right time is a really important skill.
Well said. Okay, interview time, and Charlie, you're going to be first up. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Charlie Parker. I'm 18, I'm from Tasmania.
And how do you think you'd go representing, if you are lucky enough to win it, representing one of the biggest car companies in the world in Toyota Australia here today?
Yeah, I've been practicing my whole life. No, it's always been my dream to represent a big company like this, and it's what you want to do.
I'm Ben Short, 18 years old, from Wellington, New Zealand.
So how important, Ben, is today to you?
Yeah, today's extremely important for me. It's a dream of mine to race at Bathurst. It would mean the world to me. It'll be the toughest weekend of my life, but I feel like I'm ready for something like that, and it'll be a massive learning curve, but it'll be awesome to get.
I'm Shane Nowicki from Adelaide, South Australia, and I'm 23 years old.
What would that prize mean to you, and how would you go representing a company as big as Toyota Australia?
Yeah, obviously getting the Bathurst drive would be amazing, especially to represent the Toyota brand and everything they obviously stand for with the young drivers.
Hi, I'm Summer Rintle. I am 16 years of age and I live in the Gold Coast. My family has always had Toyotas, Land Cruisers, and I've got a little Road 86 myself, so I've always loved the car, and I would be honoured to drive for them and represent them for the team.
All right, excellent. Well, enjoy the day, and thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you so much.
I think the purpose and a great interview starts with the preamble, and I thought Summer and Charlie were really good at the warm-up.
Definitely.
At the warm-up with Chad and really getting the conversation flowing and eradicating the nerves, and I thought that paid off for their interviews. They were really strong.
Summer at the end there, she was just really pleasant to listen to, She's like bubbly, you can see the excitement in her face. Whereas, for me, Shane he was so nervous, the poor kid. Very reserved, you knew that I know he's excited, but he didn't portray it to us.
Yeah, so I think just for a lot of them, being able to include that question in the answer, a lot of them started off with it quite well, but some of them got a little bit lost as they got deeper into the questions and just forgetting those simple basics. And obviously that comes back to experience, but you could see, like you said, Summer, and she was the only one to sort of inject some personality, and it's just that light and shade.
And had a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
She made it fun to watch.
Yeah, even though she was nervous, you could see she was trying to sort of add a little bit more to it, and ultimately probably did the best job out of everyone.
Right, it's time for test number 3. Warren, we're going to make them huff and puff.
We certainly are. The inside of a race car is brutal. You're talking 30 degrees above ambient temperature, and we have the man for the job, Mr. Phil Young. He's worked with the best in V8 supercars, he's worked with the best in Formula One, and we're lucky enough to have him here today.
All right, drivers, I hope you're ready to sweat. Let's do this. Okay.
Onto the line.
Start level 1-1.
Slightly slower, that's good.
Level 4-5.
Excellent, well done, well done.
I'm going to call one here. I think Ben on the left has got a lot in the tank and he's just playing a very low energy game.
Keep it going, come on, come on.
Level 11-3.
Yes.
Well done, mate. That's epic.
Now you're all fatigued, we're going to get you into another test. This one is all about speed,
and reaction and peripheral vision. Nice work, nice work. And again, look for that out the peripheral vision. Good, good. And again, go, go, go. Good, keep it going, keep it going. Okay, well done, guys.
I think Ben, getting to 11.3, the beep test shows a pretty strong level of fitness.
Yeah.
We were conversing while watching, and by anyone's standards, 11.3 is a pretty high level of fitness. So it proves that I think that's something that he works on back home.
I thought the really good one that we saw was Charlie, that even though with all that sort of pain and suffering that you're going through, he made the choice to actually run over in the shadow against the truck.
Exactly.
Always looking for that little bit of an advantage. So I think for me that was probably one of the more impressive things that we saw in the beep test.
Charlie was the standout, obviously, in the reaction test.
Yeah.
And all the other three were on an identical number.
That's right. Yeah. So again, that's transferring that fitness level or that fatigue level into something different. So that speed, reaction, change of direction is something that happens in the car when you get hot, sweaty, long race. So we're trying to recreate what's going on there. So yeah, Charlie did a great job on that one.
I thought he looked really ambidextrous. He was really good with both feet. So
Correct.
He actually made a lot of time there.
Yeah, yeah. And obviously with drivers, they use both feet.
Yep.
And this is a good exercise for them to do.
All right, drivers, time to see if you can drive. We've got a GR86, we've got Harry Bates here on the skid pan. What do you got planned?
We are here to see your car control today. So we're up at the skid pan here at Sydney Motorsport Park. We've got two exercises planned. One is a constant radius circle. And the other is a little short, sharp motorcana. Car control is a real cornerstone of motorsport and something that we all have to encompass when we're out there on the track or in a rally in my case. So let's see how you go.
All right, Shane, you're first up. Good luck.
Yeah. And all you've really got to do is initiate the slide with a bit of throttle and then try and control it from there.
So good. Very good.
Nice.
Very, very good. Good throttle control.
Awesome. Like spot on.
Well done. Well done.
Very well done. Benny, go for it, mate.
Yeah, he's having a crack.
Yeah, that was so fun. Awesome work. All right. 2 down, 2 to go.
Well done,
Yeah.
mate.
Well done.
Well done.
Summer, you're up.
You're up. Get a slide. Yep. That's it. That's it.
Almost.
Now back in.
Go.
There you go. There we go.
Now again.
Oh, yeah, that's
There
it.
we go.
Nice.
Keep
Nice. Good on ya.
going. Well done, Summer.
How much fun is that? Nice.
Good work.
Nice. Nice.
So we go right of those first couple of cones, slalom, and then up and do a right-hander around that far one.
Yep.
Back into this one here, left-hander around it.
Yep.
Over to that one over there, right-hander around it, finish. That's it, good. Over here. Get ready. That's it. Over to this one. Yeah, that's all right.
Start.
Very good start.
Yeah. Smooth so far.
Good. So from my side of things, we started with the constant radius circle, and Shane was the star of that one.
Yep.
He really, I think, turned up, did a first go, and that's an impressive thing to do because it's not so easy to hold a slide for quite that long. I thought Ben and Charlie both did a great job. It was their first time ever even doing something like that.
Yep.
But tell me what you guys saw from the outside.
I thought Summer, even though she took a little bit to get going, she then started to work out what throttle control you needed to be able to hold that circle, that constant radius circle.
And even for me being in the car, every single lap she was learning more and more. And I think if she had 10 more minutes at it, she would have been doing just as well as the other guys. So it was great to see her actually, you know, really thinking her way through the exercise.
I think the motorcar was probably the more interesting one for me, because I think the constant radius circle took them out of their comfort zone, and other than Shane, and they were doing something they weren't used to. But I think the number of mistakes that we saw in the motorcar was probably also very interesting as well. Probably a little bit to do with nerves, but like what Steve touched on when they were out there, it's just all about that sort of level of where's their vision looking and everything like that, which once we get on the racetrack is obviously a massive part of what we're here for.
Well, drivers, now it's time for the final test, and this is really the test that matters. Driver performance. You're going to be assessed on not only your lap time, but can you do it consistently, and then what feedback can you give in the debrief form afterwards. So this is really the moment that matters. Okay, we're going to get into it with Ben and Charlie. You're up first.
How was it?
Felt alright.
Yep.
But like, it is different to the car I've been driving.
Yeah.
It's fine, like coming in, just wants to lose the rear a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it felt alright, yeah.
So here's the lap times from the first two drivers. Both pretty consistent, actually.
I think the interesting thing is that they both actually did their fastest lap on the last lap. So
yeah.
That's impressive. But good consistency for both of them, especially for Ben.
Yeah, and even Charlie, to be honest, he's within
Charlie's
2/10.
Yeah.
Within 2/10 on every lap.
Yeah.
So
and when you look
that's good to see.
Look at Ben's data here over Zach's data lap, base lap. He's pretty much the same right up to turn 3.
Yep.
And then he just gradually tapers off a little bit here, a little bit there, and then it pretty much stays level, pegging right through the last sector, all the way to the start-finish line.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Just got away from you in the corner a bit?
Yeah, it was just had a lot of understeer and I just couldn't get it to turn properly.
Yep, that's alright, we'll get you out.
What's the saying, you don't work in a glass factory without breaking glass?
So what happened there was that did you just get wide with the understeer, and then
I went to go and brake and then turn, and then the understeer kept going, so then I tried to turn it harder.
Yep.
And it just wouldn't go, and then it went, and then I tried to catch it back, and then it just sort of went into the gravel.
Yeah, okay. So this is Summer's best lap against Zach's data lap. Datum lap.
I think the impressive thing is, like you said, first flying lap, look at the minimum corner speed through turn 1 compared to the datum lap of Zach, and there's like, she's braked
there's less than a 1/10 of a second from the start finish line to the braking area for turn. Or mid braking area at turn 1. So and probably rushing into 4 a little bit. Or 5, sorry, I should say. This is 5 here.
And that's ultimately what happened on the lap that she spun. Was just rushing it in slightly too much. And it's interesting because you and I had a quick chat to her then, and she was talking of understeer in 5.
Correct.
But the answer is probably in, the inputs on the way in. All right, and Shane, we need to have a quick look at Shane's times as well.
Shane, for me, was looking at these times. there wasn't the consistency that we saw early on with Charlie.
Yeah.
And Benny.
The constant trend is it's just over-slowing it at 2, 4, 5, 6, 9.
It's literally just focusing on not overslowing it, being smoother on the wheel. I think Shane would find a heap of time in his driving.
Okay, so I think everyone had some real areas of strength in that. That was really cool to see. Some people excel in one area and others excel in others. But for me, there's a couple of standouts, and it's quite a hard decision.
Yeah, I just think it's tough, to be honest, because I agree there's definitely a couple of standouts, but even the other two excelled in their own areas as well, so all of them have done a great job.
I think the biggest standout for me today was just how quickly everyone adapted onto the wet circle, because obviously Shane came from a drifting background, so you would expect him to do well in that, and he did, but how quickly the other three got up to speed with the dynamics of what the car was doing and what they needed to do from a driver. So it was really impressive.
And I think from my perspective, what's most interesting is we probably take it for granted because we've done a fair bit of it, but what was putting them mostly out of their comfort zone was sitting there getting interviewed by Chad earlier on today.
Exactly.
Probably one of the most important things that I think that they're only going to get that from a bit more experience and doing more and more of it. And like anything, you got to practice it. You got to be coached with it. That's the only way you're going to get better. So I think from my perspective, that amongst how they adapted, as you said, to all of the disciplines today was amazing.
I think we've narrowed it down. Should we go and grab them and tell them who the winner is?
Go get them.
Drivers, well done. Congratulations on completing the evaluation day. All of you have excelled in different ways throughout the course. The very first test, technical and sporting regulations, you could probably all do with a little bit of a time in the classroom. Media exercises, Summer, you excelled in your interview. The judges reckon that you absolutely killed it in that respect. Ben, you were excellent in the fitness resume. I mean, everyone saw exactly how amazing you were in the beep test. Shane, your car control was excellent. And on track, we saw Charlie laying down the most consistent lap times out of any driver. So the four of you have all done excellent, and the judges were very impressed in what you're able to bring. But there can be, of course, only one winner. So the winning driver, who will be taking a fully funded ride with Toyota Australia to Mount Panorama in a guest car for a round of the Toyota GAZOO Racing Australia 86 Series, is, congratulations to Ben Stewart. Well done. Congratulations, Ben.
I was surprised with how well I did in the car control, something I've never done, and it was actually probably the funnest part of the day, really. Media stuff, I can always work on it. I'm better than I used to be. And then on track, there was a lot. I did all right, but there's still a lot that I could have done better. But I was learning as I went, and yeah, can't wait to go to Bathurst. It's going to be an awesome opportunity, and just looking forward to it.
Well done, that is the evaluation day done. Ben, see you at Bathurst.
He'd always sit me down watching Bathurst every year, and I've just been around it my whole life.
He's got that very rare balance between competency and confidence without any arrogance.
So steep, like nothing I've ever seen, really.
Ben Stewart in this mix as well, the 18-year-old from Wellington.
It's been a pretty quick turnaround from the evaluation day. Everything's been happening pretty quick, so it's pretty crazy to be here.
Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
For more videos like this, click here or subscribe to Toyota Australia's YouTube channel here.
Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.